guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. Here with your pup date. All the little babies. I've been stacking them out. I'm still not sure which female I'm going to take yet. It's probably going to take me all of literally 8 weeks. That's the problem with whenever you're a breeder and you are like if you're on a list, whenever I'm keeping a puppy, unfortunately the downside is that you don't get to pick your puppy until I've picked mine. And so sometimes it takes longer. But you know what? I'll always obviously choose before the people come pick their puppies up. So, but I'm either going to take the brindle female, or I'm going to take the red female, or I'm going to take, look at her little head nod. She's like, what's up? Or it's going to be this female here with the light mask. So I've been stacking them up. They're going through some funky stages. The brindle female has lost her angulation in the rear. And so, you know, so that's that. The red female, I'll have to look at her older pictures. She has good angulation in the rear, but not as good as the female without a mask. That female's always had really good rear angulation. Right now, the female with a light mask actually has, her shoulder is a little high right now. But, you know, we'll see how she turns out. She does have a really good upper arm. Everything else seems really good.
He's an angry puppy.
He is angry. He's always been angry.
Everybody.
You're always been angry. You've always been angry.
Angry face. Angry face.
So there's some spunk going on there. The red female I really like a lot. She's looking really good right now, as far as structure and all that. But you know, they switch out. You know what I mean? I also like the light. I would say that I like the brindle female's head the most. I like the light mask female's rear the most. I like the red female's front and top line the most. So they all have things that I like about them. I also like the fact that the fawn female there has more bone. But you know, there's no telling. I do like the red female's head a lot too. I'm not going to say that it's not a good head. I actually like it. Hey.
Angry baby.
Yeah. And she also, I like her personality more than, so the brindle female I like, and the red female's personality I like more than the fawn female with no mask. Or, not no mask, a little bit of mask. It's not that she's like a bad dog, because she's not. But she's just more reserved, in her affections. And, that's not, you know, a huge problem, but I prefer a little bit more of a gregarious temperament. So yeah. So that's just kind of where I'm at on that. I know some people had asked about how I pick my puppies. What I do is I just continually stack them out. I put up a little video on Instagram last night of how I do it. I do a little rocking, swinging motion. Somebody asked about that. They were like, why are you doing that? I do that because it actually loosens up the puppy. They have a tendency to want to kind of fight a little bit after a while. And so doing that just kind of helps loosen them up a little bit and allows them to be stacked up better. So I do that, and then I just continually just take pictures, and I just keep stacking them out and just really seeing how they develop. And so that by the time that they're 8 weeks of age, I have a pretty good idea of, you know, what's what and who's who. So I basically will, you know, take a lot of things into consideration based upon how important they are. So for example, like temperament's really important, right? So I wouldn't choose a shy dog. Also then I look at the structure, and so then I judge based upon two things. One, how hard is it to fix in the lines? So, for example, if I had a dog with a really straight shoulder, I wouldn't want that dog. A really straight front with maybe even if they were lacking forechest, obviously, you wouldn't want that because those are hard things to fix. Genetically, they're hard things to fix. They're very hereditary, and you don't want to go in that route. Having said that, you also have to look at your own lines and know, you know, what do your lines have that is a problem, because you want to obviously constantly be moving forward in your breeding, right? You want to be fixing your mistakes. You don't want to just keep breeding on the same fault, right? So if I had bad top lines here, which I don't, but if I had roach top lines, I wouldn't want to choose a puppy with a roach top line, because I can get that kind of thing in a preacher cashmere breeding. I think it actually comes more from cashmere. But anyway, but I could get that if I'm not careful. So I wouldn't want to choose a puppy that has that problem. So there's lots of little things that you look at. Another thing would be, like, for example, the muzzle, right? Like, because of the fact that I have long tapered muzzles in my preacher cashmere breedings, and I'm trying to fix that, I wouldn't take a puppy out of here that has a super long tapered muzzle. Although I don't really have any of that. This female here has the longest muzzle. She's actually what we call the blondie lookalike, and even hers isn't that bad. I think hers is going to be an improvement on her mother's. Preacher, quit it. So, Blondie, what are you doing in my room?
Come here, baby.
Get out of there. So anyway, so that's just kind of how I make my selections, the kinds of things that I take into consideration. Like I said, I scale it down, temperament first. Obviously, that's the most important thing for me personally. And then structure, and then I take into consideration the structure, how prevalent is it in my lines, and how hard is it to fix, and how hereditary is it, how dominant is that genetics, in general. And those are the kinds of things that what are you doing, Blondie? You want to go in there? You want to go in there? Go on. Go. Come on, Blondie. Go on in there. You're a good girl. Good girl. Here's your babies. Here's your babies. I haven't actually let her in here in a while. I wanted her milk to dry up. But she looks like she's been missing her puppies, so we'll put them in there with her.
She's trying to
And then I've also been worming them. And so I do have another worming, so it's not a huge big deal. I worm them at 6 weeks, and then I worm them again right before they leave. So it's not the end of the world that they're nursing off her right now. But that is how people wonder how puppies get worms. They get it from the mother. And some people will say, oh, well, we worm the mother, so she doesn't have any worms. That's not true. The larva lay dormant in the mammillary glands until you breed the female. And once you do that, once those mammillary glands are activated, at that point, they will reactivate and infect the offspring. So that's just the way it is. So all puppies have worms. Don't let anybody tell you different. All puppies need to be wormed. And their mothers need to be wormed afterwards as well. Because the mothers then are cleaning up after the puppies, and it's just this cycle. It's a very successful cycle, which is why the parasites do that, because obviously they want to be successful in their reproduction. So that's why that happens. That's what it is. I've seen breeders claim that their dogs don't have worms. They do all these things. I'm sorry, but they do. There's no way around it. It's just, the reality of the situation. So anyway, I feel like I got a bit long-winded there. But yeah, puppies are doing really good. Yep. I have I have an appointment on Monday to take them in to get the ears done. That's going to be crazy. I'm literally going to have to wake up at 4 in the morning and get everybody ready, because I have to be there at 8:30 in the morning. I have to drive 3.5 to 3 hours to get there. But it's worth it. It's a great place, and I trust them. I've had all of my dogs done there. So anyway, the males, people, if you're watching this video and you have a puppy in this litter, people can start picking their puppies as early as Sunday. Sunday is the day that they turn 6 weeks of age. I already know that first pick male is taking who I call Chuck. They call him Koa. Yep. And then which is the big fawn male, in my opinion, the best male in the litter. And then I know that second pick male, they've been really wanting a Formentino. They were the one that was texting me the day they were born. And so anyway, so I'm quite sure that she's going to take the largest Formentino male out of here. He's a very nice male, so there's no reason not to take him. I guess there was some milk in there, because let me tell you something. They all look a bit fatter. You ready? You want to go out?
No.
You want to go out? Yep. She's like, yes, I do. No. Help me out here. And so anyway, yep.
Y'all are fat puppies.
Yep. I guess they finished it off. What was in there? So poor babies. Poor babies. Poor babies.
They said, "Mama, come back."
Yeah. So anyway, so that's when we will be doing that. So if that's hard for you to watch, keep that in mind that is going to be done. So yeah. As you can see here, the red male, he's already starting to clear out. That black is already starting to fade, as I told you guys that it would. The older he gets, the more it's going to fade out to a really beautiful red color. So yeah, that's about it. So I hope, yep. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk at you later. Bye. Bobby. Yeah, they're big puppies, man. Oh, so, all right, bye, y'all.